Since I was 16, I felt called into missions, but I wanted Phil to hear the same call as well.
I knew God had called Jan into missions, but I did not feel God's call at that time.
As I was leaving for a short-term missions trip, I left a copy of The Jungle Pilot for Phil, the story of Nate Saint's call into missions.
It was then that I picked up the book, Jungle Pilot, and began reading it.
I knew I needed to surrender myself to God's will. On November 4th, 2011, in my journal I wrote, I wonder if we'll ever end up in the foreign mission field. If not, that's okay, just want to be in God's will.
While reading the book Jan gave me, one passage really stood out. It says, "Beyond the smiling scenes of Bethlehem, may we see the crushing agony of Golgotha. May God give us a new vision of His will concerning the lost and our responsibility. If God would grant us this vision, the word sacrifice would disappear from our lips and thoughts. We would hate the things that seem now so dear to us. Our lives would suddenly be too short. We would despise time-robbing distractions and charge the enemy with all our energies in the name of Christ." And then, in a moment, I realized God called me to be a missionary. When Jan returned from the mission trip, we both realized what God had done in each other. We knew God called us into missions and to serve Him in Papua New Guinea.